Yo, what's up guys, my name is Cairo Essay and I'm back again with another sample. And for this R&B sample, I wanted to make something very soulful, type of in the vibe of neo soul, if that makes sense. And I started with the electric piano from Lounge Lizard, and it sounds like this. I don't remember the chord progression that I used, but it was just, I think, 2 basic chords with melodies on top. And with that I added a bass from Modo Bass called Violin bass. And this is how the bass sounds like. So with the bass, I wanted it to sound like I was playing it in real life. So that's why there's spaces between the notes to give it that type of vibe, like I was getting ready to change my fingers. I then layered the electric piano with another electric piano from Piano Tech, and this is how this electric piano sounds like now. And with this electric piano, I just didn't put it in the sample just there for no reason. I added it so that I can have a layer that will make the first notes of the electric piano become a little bit more impactful. So I basically used this electric piano as an accent for the main electric piano that I played earlier on. And after that I added a guitar sample from BandLab Sounds. It's another website that is very similar to Splice. So I used this royalty-free guitar loop to add as a texture in this sample, and to also make it sound a little bit more realistic, because I think this was played in real life and this is how the guitar sounds like. And from the guitar I went and I added a violin to serve as a pad that will fill out the whole frequency spectrum. And the violin is from Sinful Orchestra and it sounds like this. I then added a bunch of instruments also to basically pick up the pattern that was played by the guitar loop. And the instruments that I added is a saxophone from Decent Sampler. I then also added a flute from Sonatino Orchestra, and the flutes are playing a staccato type of vibe. and the other flute is wet, where I just added a effect to make it sound like it was spacey. And let me just play it in context so you can understand what I'm trying to say. So this is how it sounds like. So I understand it kind of sounded a little bit messy as I was playing it now with the guitar, but you will understand when I play the full sample how they work together. And the last instrument I added was a Pizzicato from Monster Strings, and the reason why I added the Pizzicato is I wanted something a little bit stabby, since most of the sounds in this sample are sustained already. So I wanted something that will grab your attention, and I feel like this did the job, and it sounds like this. And with that, let me show you the effects I mean. So for the guitar, I routed it to a reverb bass channel, where I added a Valhalla vintage verb to add the guitar into a certain space, because the original loop from the guitar is very dry, so I wanted it to sound a little bit wet so that it can fit with the sample. I then also took care of the low end from 90 Hz to get rid of that rumble. And for the electric piano, I added an EQ to skip out the low mid frequencies so that there's not a lot of mud in the sample, and especially the electric piano. And for the bass from Modo Bass, I added a drum shaper with the preset of a snare. Reason why I did that is because the transients of the bass were a little bit peaking in the sample, and I wanted to shave them off. So I didn't want to go for a clipper, I just went for a transient shaper so that I can just get rid of the transient a little bit. And then for the flutes, I added a plugin called H3000 Factory. And with this plugin, I wanted to add the delay so that it can make the flute a little bit wet and sound as if it was played in a room also. And for the master channel, I added an RC20 retro color to add that vinyl noise that we hear in vinyls. I also wanted to add a sort of detune to the sample to not make it sound too clean, but to make it sound a little bit dirty. I then added a L1 limiter stereo from Waves so that I can make the whole sample be below 0 dBs. So I didn't boost the gain or anything, I just brought down the ceiling. And with that said, let me play you the final sample, and the final sample sounds like this. And that's the final sample. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video if you found it useful. And with that said, Food for the Soul Volume 2 is definitely coming on the 4th of October. So be on the lookout for that. And Food for the Soul Volume 1 is out. The link will be in the description of this video for the sample pack, as well as the new single War is Coming. And with that said, thank you for watching my videos and supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you again 2 weeks from now. Thank you again.